Absolutely. Pardon my tardiness. I had some business to attend to. My apologies. But we here now. Drew Titan, Bronze on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC, this Painful Excellence podcast. And let me share with you what I was doing. I was watching our good brother Elijah Pierce on the DAZN card that's on YouTube. And as you know, I support the young brother. I'm one of his sponsors. And it was a hard night at the office, but he persevered and he won. This hard-hitting Filipino, Villanueva, gave us a scare. He dropped him in the second round. But our good brother Elijah persevered. He weathered the storm, got back to business, and got the stoppage. My man. So I just sent him a text. I just did a video, and I just sent the text. That brother grew up in the ring. But this ain't a boxing channel, but y'all know how I do. But that's what I was doing. It's overall good card. Salute the Mack truck. He got the stoppage. It was a great card. A lot of boxing tonight. A lot of boxing this weekend. But this is Pep Talk. So let's see what we got in the chat. The beautiful love is word. Eric Jordan. Tay. What's going on? Derek Gaines, the legend. A. Hardy. Salute my sis from the Houston. What's going on? Philip D. What up? Harmonize, my sis. What's good? Night Train. No Smoke in the building 2 times. My man, what's good, brother? Yeah, I'm gonna finish connecting those dots, brother. But yes, sir. I'm amped for that. Chill Time Majors. Kane, the bad guy. ES, salute, sis. How y'all doing? So smash the like button. Let's have this conversation. Have y'all ever heard of Ring by Spring? Now, this is something I've heard of, but I never paid attention to it. Why? Let me tell you why. I never paid attention to it because this was not something that I've heard in our community. Have y'all ever heard of Ring by Spring? I heard of it, but I never paid attention to it because it's not something that I don't believe it was exercised in our community to the way where it was spoken about in high regard. Like twerking is accepted in our community and is spoken of and done and exercised in high regard. So twerking is in high regard. All of this a high body count and high body count twerking. I don't need no man, and I could do bad all by myself. All of that is in high regard in our community. But Ring by Spring, magically, upon some research, because I didn't do a lot of research, some research, it is shunned upon now. And when I say our community, these are things that we just accept. Texas T, what's good, man? We accept bad behavior and things that are mediocre as excellence. Like when a woman says, hey, man, you know, I got my degree. If you're in school, you're supposed to get your degree. I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. Like a black man that says, hey, man, I take care of my kids. What, you're not supposed to? What, that's an accomplishment? No, stupid, you made them. Take care of them. What is wrong with you? But you know why that's an accomplishment now? You know why we have to say things like that? Why? Because the lie about black men is that we knock them up and don't stick around. And you know that's utter BS. The facts, data, and statistics prove that that's BS. But there's been such a push. Mr. Shelton, my brother, what up? There's been such a push for female independence, and I understand that to a degree because, men, let me talk to you for a second. You don't want a lazy woman. You don't want a woman that's not educated. Did y'all hear what I said? I have no problem with women getting educated. I have no problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. I'd rather have a college-educated woman than a woman when you ask her, how many women y'all see on social media, when you ask them what they do for a living, what do they say? Usually, and I'm not cutting anyone down. I'm just saying this is what I hear a lot. This is what I hear a lot. I'm not cutting anybody down. I'm just saying what's popular that you hear. I'm an influencer. That's actually a form of employment, I guess. That's a fancy way of saying you're a business owner, an influencer. Now, here's the thing. There are influencers that actually do things that are respectable. Right here on YouTube, there are several lawyers that started they're still in their practice, and they have a YouTube channel, and they do exceptionally well. A few of them are women. And they just review cases, and some of them are still in their practice. Some of them have made so much money that they walked away from their practice. They say, yo, look, I'm making $50,000 a month on YouTube. I was about 5 years from retirement here. I've been making 50 grand a month on YouTube for the last 2 years. The ends are meeting like a motherfucker. I don't need to be here. And they leave. Lead attorney. He's a retired attorney. He's making more money on YouTube than he made being a goddamn attorney. So I don't mind when women like that, or men, when they say I'm an influencer, I'm a YouTuber. Okay, okay. And then you go to their page, okay, they have 100,000 followers. Y'all don't know that can be capped. And then when they turn on their live, okay, when he's live, he got 1,000 people in his live stream. Okay, when he puts out a video and the video's been on air for an hour and I hit refresh, he has 34,000 views. Okay, he's making a living at this. But if you got 50,000, just a bit of information, you got 50,000 followers, you go live, there's 17 people in there. You put out short videos, 5-8 minute videos, and you got 84 views and it's been up for a week. I don't consider you an influencer. You're struggle streaming, and that's okay. But you get my point. How many women you see say, I'm an influencer, I'm a model. What do you mean? Do you model? Do you work for one of these big companies? Do they call you? Yeah, I need you for a shoot. Come down for one of these big magazines. Or are you twerking on the gram? Now, let me be clear when I say this. If you're twerking on the gram and you got 1 million followers and you got sponsors, you could be making a lot of bread. You know that blonde-haired black chick, I think she's Canadian. It is the most weird thing that I've ever seen. I don't even remember her name, but she was on there acting like she's eating ice cream and talking about nyap, 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 strong black women. Do y'all see that? And I'm like, what is this? What the hell is this? I don't get it. But apparently she's making a good living. She's getting bread from this. Y'all know that chick. I don't even know her name, but someone leaked her OnlyFans, of course, and she's a single mother. She has a son, of course. But all of that, I'm bringing this up for a reason. All of that stuff, this era of women, they justify it. Even some of these dudes justify it. I'm an influencer. How many men you hear say, I'm an influencer? And like, again, some of them are influencers that are making a ton of money. Salute to them. But what's the trade-off? What are you influencing? What are you online talking about? What are you promoting? Do you have integrity in what you promote? I don't know. Eric says you know who I'm talking about. She's pretending to be AI. I think she is. But I've never seen anything like this. Social media has leveled the playing field. You can be a complete asshole and an idiot on the side and make millions of dollars. Back in the day, some of you were babies, some of you were born, some of you are my age. There was something on MTV that was groundbreaking. It was called Jackass. This was before the internet. And these group of white boys, Steve-O, and y'all know them. And it was the funniest goddamn thing. They were stuntmen, but it was the funniest thing when I first saw it. But I said, goddamn, how long can they do this? I mean, this was some dangerous and disgusting things they were doing. And I said, I wonder how long they can do this. They can't. Johnny Knoxville and all those dudes. And Tom Green was being a fool. And these guys caught lightning in the bottle. And they had a good 2-3 year run. Then when social media came out, everyone around the world was doing jackass stuff. You know, you got people. 1 second, y'all. Well, I gotta that was very true. She told me about the fight. Yeah, so I mean, and I'm not knocking anybody's hustle. Don't get me wrong. But I need y'all to understand that social media has leveled the playing field. Imagine the lead attorney. You know how much money in school debt that he's had? I don't know. I would love to like ask him, how much school debt did you have? And because a lot of people, Young Hollywood, Shauna, salute. Aisha, salute. A lot of people, they graduate college. It's like, all right, I'm in my line of work. And you got a $50,000 mother skunting bill that it's going to take you 30 years to pay that back. Student loan. He walked away with a pension and he was probably good, but he worked in his student loan. I'm just assuming, I never talked to him, but that's how most people do it. You work in your student loan while you're in your practice. And hopefully you get employment in whatever your degree is in. He found YouTube. He's doing not exceptionally well. He's doing beyond well. And I know whatever outstanding student loan he had, if he didn't pay it off while he was working in 20 years, I know he paid it off. Once his YouTube got popping, I know he paid it off. He's a millionaire off of YouTube, bro. But imagine there was no YouTube for a brother like the lead attorney and some kid that doesn't even have an associate's degree is walking inside supermarkets all across America and farting on people and running out. And that YouTube channel generates millions of followers. And he's like the shop farter or something like that. And you're like, I done paid almost 6 figures for this degree. I work hard. I'm making $90,000 a year. I'm a goddamn attorney. I wear suits every day. I have 16-hour days. I'm arguing with people for a living. My blood pressure's high. And this little fucking kid that don't even have an associate's degree is running in shopping stores, farting on people, and he's seeing 6 figures a month. Something's not right with life. This is what social media has done. It's leveled the playing field. In matter of fact, it's tipped it in a scale that you could never imagine. That's why social media is so competitive. That's why you have haters. That's why you have trolls. It's so competitive. So I understand. Now, in saying that, we celebrate ignorance. Let me take it back to the women, because this is about Ring by Spring. A lot of people never heard of it. A lot of my people, these people never heard of that. Jeff Spark, Main Biker, Night Train, salute. Young Hollywood, if I miss you, salute. White Dolomite, I heard the name. I'm not sure. He's one of those white dudes that run up in the hood and start doing weird stuff. Man, one of those white kids got shot a couple of years ago, messing around with somebody. And it was a justified shooting too, as it turned out. He went in there and messed around, and dude shot him. They was like, whoa, hold on. Joke or not, that was a justified shooting. He did something. It's on the internet. He was an influencer. out there goofing around and he got blicked off. Hey, man, ain't that serious to me? I mean, I was just watching a video on Instagram. This girl was walking around with a mic. You know, that's the thing. They're walking around with mics, and she goes up to these random people, men and women. It says, name a celebrity that has a sex tape. And people were firing off. Kim Kardashian. All these people that had a sex tape. And they said, in the opposite question was, name one positive black, what was it? Name one positive black influencer. And you should have saw the black stares. I'm not sure if that was a question, but if y'all saw it, y'all know what I'm talking about, because no one had an answer. And I said, oh my God. We know about sex tapes and twerking and all this other negative shit. When it comes to talking about something real, we don't know anything. So my point of talking about this is, Joe Townsend, salute. Ring by Spring is a positive thing, but being that it's involved in marriage, it is now talked negative upon. And what we find is that American men, well, black American men, they want marriage, but when you talk to men that have investigated it, marriage is not a good deal. Although we want it, it's really not a good deal for us, although we want it. So being that we want it, that's when, you know, the passport bros and everything, and they're still trying to shit on the passport bros. I'm just telling y'all, that's not an argument, ladies, American ladies. It's not an argument you're going to win. It's really not. Let it go. It's not an argument you're going to win. It's really not. Every day, I see something and I'm like, what man is going to want to deal with this? And this is how a bulk of these sisters are behaving. What man is going to want to deal with this? So I'm going to keep it simple. We're talking about Ring by Spring. If y'all don't know what it is, let me share this screen. I pulled up this article. Rejecting Ring by Spring. This was Friday, March 29th, 2024. Okay? This is when I found this. I'm sorry. This was April of last year. I'm sorry. This is today's date. This was back in April. Rejecting Ring by Spring, because apparently it's a bad thing. Apparently, marriage and holy matrimony and things of that nature, it's a bad thing. Texas T says, Drew, I served 10 years in the Navy, and overseas women are a lot different than the sisters in America. For real, for real. I'm telling you, bro, it is. It is. And I know they hate to hear it, but in order to understand how we got here, you have to understand where it came from. You got to understand where it came from. And I'm not arguing about it anymore because I know the truth. I know the truth. Okay? 48 years old. I've seen some shit. And when I've gotten older, I'm saying, yo, that's what that was about. I'm not on here just firing shots just to fire shots. And since I know what I know, I'm not arguing anymore. I'm really not, because I know what I know. And my thing is like this. For the women that disagree with it, with my standpoint, it's fine. Just let me know how you work out. You got to pull a rope. You can't push it. I'm not fussing no more. I'm not. I know what I see. I know what I've dealt with. I know what I've seen in the past with my own two eyes. All right. You know how I say on my boxing channel, when someone comes up and they just start talking some like, the fuck is wrong with this thing? And they start saying something negative. What do I always say? Remember the other day, I stopped my whole show. I said, wait a minute. First of all, how old are you? You know why that's important? I am not arguing with a 20-year-old or 18-year-old Canelo fan or Tank fan. I am your senior. That's how I treat these girls that want to engage with me on social media. I'll be minding my business. There's a post and I make a comment and I leave it. I'm not even belligerent. I can't curse on social media. Y'all know why. All eyes on me. So I don't curse. I just say, look, this video's da-da-da-da. I don't know what's going on, da-da-da-da. I get women coming to me, oh, well, if men do... No. Hold on. And then we go back and forth. And then I stop and I say, wait a minute. How old are you? Then they go with the, oh, you old niggas. First of all, if you're referring to me or men that you deal with as a nigga, as a woman, that's a problem in itself. It's number one. Number two, if I'm speaking logically and I'm not belligerent, I'm not cursing her out or whatever, I'm not doing that shit no more either. I've done it, but I'm not doing it anymore because I found, see, matching fire, you just lead into a 3-day conversation with a complete stranger. I'm not doing that shit no more. When I talk to them with some respect and they're still not respecting me and they hit me, I'm looking for one thing in particular. They say, you old niggas think you know everything. And I still screenshot. Remember I told you about that conversation? I have all the screenshots. Wait till I show y'all. I'm like, wow, old niggas think you know. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure I'm old enough to be your father. So, what would your father say about what you're saying right now? What would your father say about you going back and forth with a man that's your dad's age? If you check my conversation, I'm not being disrespectful, and I'm actually giving you free game. What is the relationship with you and your father? And then you should see the comments after that. They fly off their hinges. In other words, you have no relationship with your father. I literally had a woman tell me, I don't give a fuck about that nigga. Well, there you go. How about this? I'm giving you free game that the nigga you said, fuck that nigga. He said, fuck you too, because he's not around for whatever reason. But I'm giving you the free game that he never gave you. And their wig's going full tilt. You got to pull a rope. You can't push it. You can do all the screaming and hollering and cursing and typing in caps. That don't mean anything to me. All I got to do is go to your Instagram page and I see you with the painted on eyebrows and your lip liner and your pink hair. And if your shit ain't private, I scroll down and I see several pictures of your butt out. All this negative rhetoric, talking up women, but it's not empowering them to do anything positive. The bag is your focus, not God is your focus. The bag is your focus. Fuck a nigga, get your bag. Then I scroll down and you hugged up with your 5-year-old and you're 20. You hugged up with your 5-year-old and you're 20. You hugged up with your 5-year-old and you're 20. You hugged up with your 5-year-old and you're 20.
Whoa! What?
You heard me. This is my heart. This is my love. Uh-huh. Where was your father when you decided to do that? Fuck that nigga. Oh, it's fuck that nigga. Okay. Where's your mom? Oh, I'm sorry. You're 20. Your son's 5. Your mom is 45. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And you want to talk to me. You want to come for me because I don't come for these women. They come at me. You want to come to me. When I see a woman, you know what that was over? That gay dude giving advice to men as far as heterosexual relationships. What are you doing? What man is going to listen to a gay male about his heterosexual relationship? That is ridiculous. And what is he doing? He's on here caping for the chicks. Let me tell y'all chicks something. He thinks he's a chick. You go ahead and put him in your circle. He's going to try and turn your man out. Man, most of the dudes y'all mess with be gay anyway. What you mean? What you talking about? Anyway, but I digress. Rod Neal, salute. So these are the negative things that men see a problem with, but women accept. Now, this article is rejecting Ring by Spring. What is Ring by Spring? Let us read. If you don't already know, Ring by Spring is the Christian college phenomenon whereby seniors feel pressured to get engaged to their college sweetheart before graduation, and our Catholic campus is apparently no exception to the rule. Feel pressured? What is the average age of a college graduate? What's the average age of a college graduate? Ain't it like 21, 22? It's like 21, 22, right? You should be in college by the time you're 17, 18. You're in there for about 4 years. So you're about 21, 22. 30 if you're a fucking idiot, but I digress. So you're about 21, 22 years old. Can I ask, what is the problem if you have a college sweetheart? What's the problem if you have a college sweetheart and you say, you know what? You see what's out there. You can literally turn on social media and you see what's out there. So if you've been with somebody for 2, 3, or 4 years in college, and that man puts a ring on it in college, can I ask, what's the problem? What's the alternative? There's no problem with him. You should pretty much smoke and talk. Salute. What's good? I ain't forget you. I just been stupid busy. You already know what that man is doing in college. You know what he's doing. You know everything about him. You know what he's trying to do. So if he wants to get on one knee and propose to you and make you his wife out of college, can I ask, what the hell's the problem? What are you saying? At 22, you're too young. You want to graduate and play the field and see the world? Ride that penis carousel? And then come back to him when you're 28? With about 10 bodies 6 years later? Hoping that he's about 6 years into his career and you want the finished product. That's what this is? So why is Ring by Spring a bad thing? Is any of this making sense, or am I overdoing it? Does anybody disagree? We're talking logic here. Now listen to what I just said and think about the things you see. You see a bunch of these podcasts where you have these dudes sitting there talking to these girls, and the girls they're talking to, I'll give you an example. I don't deal with Fresh and Fit, but y'all seen clips of the women that they have these debates with. Look at those women. Look at those women. What about this other podcast with those two white dudes? They get these OnlyFans models and everything else, and it's like, and they're really justifying what they do. Do you understand there's no pension plan in doing what they do? Or they're doing it, they're getting their money and they're spending it, they're living like these broke rappers that didn't know what to do when they got their first bag. They're all on social media. They buy their Range Rover, their Land Rover. They might buy a condo or a house or whatever. But when gravity and age takes over, your fan base starts to dwindle. And then what? What do you do? I hope you put money away. Your children, because the bulk of them have children, eventually they grow up and the bulk of them are fatherless. This shorty said, the dude asked her, he's like, yo, you know, your kid goes to school and somebody makes fun of him because his mama is twerking on OnlyFans or getting ran through in OnlyFans. What happens when he comes to you crying and says, mommy, you know, they're making fun of me? You know what she said? He can cry in a Mercedes. What the hell does a kid need a Mercedes for? That's your answer? This is real stuff, I'm telling you. Where's the articles about that? But no, Ring by Spring is bad? Do you understand what I'm saying? Ring by Spring is a bad thing. But everything these women are doing is completely justified. Why? How long, when you ask a woman what she's doing for a living, how long before she breaks the men ain't shit glass? I'm out here by myself. I'm doing this by myself. It's just me and my son. It's just me and my daughter. How long before that happens? Let me show y'all something. And I'm telling you, I saved this because I actually wanted to jump through the phone and commit a homicide. I'm just saying it. Of course, when I'm looking for it, I can't find it. Is this it? No, this ain't it. Hold on. Give me a second. It's got to be here. Okay. Nope, it's not here either. Damn. I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes I'll be, looking for stuff and I just can't find it when I need it. No, it's got to be here. No, this ain't it. Not that. Give me a second, y'all. I'm so sorry. Because y'all need to see this. Is it this? Nope. Okay, I'm going to show you this one. I got a couple of things to show you. Look. Today was her son's birthday. And she decided to twerk for her son's birthday. Here's another one of our lovely ladies. Okay, she couldn't find a babysitter, so she decided to take the baby to the goddamn concert. These are our queens, y'all. So when I talk about Ring by Spring, that's a bad thing. Like, we're forcing them. But there was one video that I was looking for in particular. Let me see if this is it. Saying it. There was one video in particular I was looking for. Here it is. You ready for this? Here we go. Yeah. That was a woman with her daughter singing a Sukiyana song about eating booty. But Ring by Spring is a bad thing. Y'all want to see a video of a chick that was trying to go back and forth with me on Instagram? Look. Okay. In what universe? In what universe am I going back and forth with that? For what? For what? Does your father approve of that? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm better than you. That you said it, not me. Let me fix this camera for a second. Hold on, y'all. That's better. Let's go, StreamYard. I gotta have that. I gotta fix that. According to a study by the Institute of Family Studies, the IFS, Notre Dame has an above-average percentage of married graduates, 67.5%, topping the national average by approximately 15% amongst the top 50 colleges in the United States. Notre Dame has the highest marriage potential. What can I say? I guess Notre Dame students like putting a ring on it. Pause. Wait a minute. Isn't that the goal? Alboski, salute. Is that not the goal? Put a ring on it? Is that not the goal, ladies and gentlemen? Putting a ring on it? Is that not the goal? What is this article about? Let us read. Romantics consider Ring by Spring as one of Notre Dame's most important cultural traditions. That's a bad thing? Legend has it, if you kiss your partner underneath the scenic Lion's Arc, or walk around the lakes holding hands, you'll end up married. I imagine the perfect campus courtship: a meet cute with a classmate, a Ring by Spring, a big basilica wedding, and a couple of inevitable legacy babies. Now stop right there. That sounds better than playing the field after college and riding a penis carousel. That sounds better. You're locked and loaded. That's what you want, a family, right? Families are not exciting anymore. OnlyFans and twerking and finding yourself and traveling and girls trips, that's exciting. Fellas, we know how that ends. How about this? Ladies know how that ends. It's what they want. Unbelievable. Cynics may instead chalk up our campus marriage obsession, they call it an obsession, as a demographic consequence. Man, they cutting this damn thing down. After all, Our Lady Admissions Committee handpicks a huge group of like-minded Catholic students every year. What do you expect to happen when you gather a bunch of young, single, high-achieving people who shared religion places and emphasis on marriage? Anybody can tell you there's bound to be a wedding in the future. In fact, I can already hear the church bells. But regardless of whether you're romantic or a cynic, I think everybody on campus feels the same ring by spring pressure, especially women. There you go. Now they done made it a fucking bad thing. Reset common sense, salute. Now they made it a bad thing. You see what I mean? Pressure. Now they're saying that there's women walking around college campuses pressured to get married. Look, I'm just dating him. I don't want to get married. What if he's a big brain dude and he has a great future and he wants to propose to you? He puts a ring on your finger and you say no. Why? I'm not ready to get married yet. It's called an engagement. It's called an engagement. And usually people in that Notre Dame and stuff like that, you know who's paying for those weddings? The parents are. They're helping you get your first house, your first apartment. This is life. This is easy street. You've known your man since college. You know what he's doing for a living. All through college, you're good. Now you want to graduate and find yourself? I don't get it. What is this pressure that they're talking about? Let us read. Maybe for you, the pressure manifests in the unusual amount of engagement announcements on your Instagram feed. Maybe the pressure manifests in the looming knowledge that you will never be in the same pool, probably very compatible potential partners ever again. Maybe like me, of course, whoever's writing this, it's about her. Maybe like me, the pressure manifests itself in the awkward question from well-meaning family members. You know, when are you going to get married? Or are you getting married? Or are you seeing anybody? I don't understand how that's pressure. It's just a question. Mom, Dad, I'm not seeing anybody. Mom, Dad, I'm seeing somebody, but I'm just seeing how it goes. What's the pressure? Look, no pressure, the well-meaning family member says. But seriously, if you're single, that's okay. Only 17% of married couples meet in college. In fact, your chances might actually be better online, at least according to research, not personal experience. Okay, so you just quoted something that you haven't experienced yourself, but you're talking about according to research, your chances might be better online. How old is this person? Stranger danger. I see what goes on online. It's rare. You see these catfish shows. There's a lady on TikTok right now. Salute to Chissa Zed. He just reviewed her TikTok. This chick went out on a date, dude met her and was like, wait a minute, you look nothing like in your videos. And then she started going off on men are evil. But then he went to her her TikTok, and he put up the pictures, and I'm like, that's not the chick that was beefing talking about men are evil. That's her in the picture? That's not her. It was her. With a ton of makeup on, her hair was down and looking all. She understood camera angles. That's what it was. You're not fooling anybody. But that's hit or miss online. You can be whoever you want online. What? Nani? The fuck? So this chick is not speaking from personal experience, but she's saying your chances might. Listen what it's saying. Your chances might not are, might actually be better online. So she can't speak from experience. She says not personal experience. So if someone reads this and is looking for an out, not to marry some motherfucker that got on bended knee to give her a wedding ring, an engagement ring, she's going to refer to this article and blow past this. Only 17% of married couples meet in college. In fact, your chances might actually be better online. And she says right here in parentheses, at least according to research, not personal experience. So why would you bring that up? So let us read. And if you're dating, maybe you don't want to pop the question while worrying about final projects or job applications. Waiting might actually be a better option. A study by IFS suggests couples who get married in their late 20s stay together longer.
Whoa! What the it's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? What?
Didn't I just ask? The average college graduate is like 21, 22 years old. Couples who get married in their late 20s stay together longer. Their late 20s. What did I also say? No, I don't want to marry you, Ted. Let's just explore ourselves. And I'll catch you later. What did I just say a while ago? You find Ted when he's almost 30. They said late 20s. That means almost 30. Y'all done graduated at 21, 22 years old. You done been around the world. You done dated. You done chased the dude that didn't really want you, but he was banging you silly. You done rode that carousel. And now Ted done made it. He's well into his career. And he's the finished product. Or on his way to being the finished product. He's in his 30s. But he's focused now. And now here you come. So you want to turn down the dude that you know where he's going. You want to turn down that guy. Y'all been in school. He's been courting you the whole time. You know this fella. But I know. You still looking for that goddamn fairy tale, aren't you? You want to meet somebody after school and see what happens. Now, can that happen? Yeah, it could. But you want to roll that dice? PJH, what up, man? You want to roll that dice? Go right ahead. Maybe it's a maturity thing. Look at this. Maybe. This article already is just all speculation, but she's cutting down the idea of ring by spring. I'm willing to bet that this chick didn't have a ring by spring. I'm willing to bet possibly, the person she was with didn't give her a ring by spring, and she's probably hating. But let's read. I'm willing to bet, because this is my first time reading this. I'm willing to bet that she's going to say something stupid like, oh, well, 22 is too young. Which is not. It's not. After school, you mean to tell me you want to ride that, you want to find yourself while working and ride that carousel where it could be you and your husband working as a cohesive unit while growing your family and adding to the American family, like the American household, and contradicting what the world already thinks about us. I'm sorry, what they know about us already. But I'm getting too deep for some of these fools. She says, maybe it's a maturity thing. While a partner should be supportive of your growth, people in their early 20s are just starting to form their identities outside of school, and it might be dangerous to define yourself to a partner's terms. This chick is leading women into a brick wall. Mark, what up? This is dangerous. So you're too young in your 20s. Now, 20s, you don't know everything. I will admit that. But if you had the discipline to go through college, get a degree, pursue a career, you're an adult. You're an adult. So would you rather learn about yourself with your partner and y'all grow and learn together as a unit? Or do you want to be all over the place and learning by failing? Detroit, what up? By failing. Oh, I dated this guy, ain't work out. Why? Well, I don't know. I called me, wasn't calling me. Meanwhile, did you let him clap the cheeks? Yes. Why do guys do this? I don't know. You had a guy in college for at least 3 years. At least 2 years. And now he wants to marry you and you want to play the field? This is from a female's perspective. Who wrote this? Claire Lyons. Personally, I cannot imagine committing to a future with somebody at only 22 years old. There you go. You see? What did I say? Personally, this is her opinion. I cannot imagine committing to a future with somebody at only 22 years old. I wonder how old this woman is. Over the past 3 years, I've changed my major in my mind 1,000 times. And I have no doubt that I will change again in the future. How could I expect anybody to be certain in me if I'm not yet certain in myself? Well, it sounds like you're confused, young lady. Now I'm thinking this is a college student. I want to know who got on their one knee and said, will you marry me? And she said no. Why? Because I'm confused about my major. I don't know what I want to do in life. All right, well, while you figure that out, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Do you need help figuring that out? I'm here to help. So because you're confused and you don't know what to do with your major, you can't have a life partner, someone that'll help you with those things? I don't understand what you're saying, young lady. No, it sounds like you're confused, Claire. You're confused. Don't put up this smoke screen saying that, oh man, I can't commit at 22 years old. I don't even know what major I'm in. That is your problem. This is you. This ain't, and she's referring to Ring by Spring as pressure. I want to know how many articles does she write about her busting her ass in college trying to select a major so she can better herself in life and get a career, as opposed to the OnlyFans models that are making triple the amount of money than a broke college student that doesn't know what she want to do as a major. Where are your articles about that? Because what she can say is, well, you know, I'm confused about certain things about my major, but you know what? I have a man that loves me. What I do know is I'm going to be a married woman when I leave here. And my man is going to help me figure that out. She's not saying that. She's saying she's so confused and there's pressure on the ring by spring. I don't even know what I want to do when I graduate, or I don't know what major, and I'm only 22 years old. I'm too young. So let me get this straight. You don't know what you're doing. You're saying you're too young. It sounds like you want to just graduate and ride the penis carousel. And when you get on these dating shows like Kendra G, when they say, what do you like to do? The first thing you're going to say is travel. Where you going with no money? You're going to be the next chick on OnlyFans. Get that quick bag, right? This is toxic. In my opinion, Ring by Spring isn't romantic. There you go. There it is. There you go. She's looking for romance. Let me get this straight. You've been dating a person 2 or 3 years in college. There was no romance at all? Oh, I'm sorry. He's a broke college student. He can't afford the romance that you deem as romantic. Picking up an expensive car, going to a high-priced restaurant, right? You come out to the bed and there's roses every goddamn where. He done treated you to Nobu's. $500 bottle of wine, a jacuzzi shaped like a heart, rose petals. mariachi playing the goddamn, I mean, yeah, Nobu's, that's just Japanese, but you got mariachi outside your hotel room. Got a motherfucker that sounds like Pavarotti singing. She got Italian, Mexican, and Japanese. This idiot's talking about romance. She's an idiot. But I'm starting to suspect a lot of the women she know got hitched, or potentially was getting prospected to get hitched. And she probably was getting ran through in college. She's probably riding that penis carousel in college. And there was probably a guy that liked her. I'm just speculating at this point. And probably either a guy that liked her that she was just so confused she didn't even know what major she wanted. She didn't want to be locked down. She wanted to live her life. I knew chicks like that. Or the chick that just wasn't getting prospected for whatever her reason was. She was too short, too tall, too fat, too skinny, whatever it was. She had a fucking ear, an eye and an ear right here and here on the front of her fucking face. And nobody cared. They said, I'll pass. I'll smash, but I'll pass. Hence this article. Let's read whatever the fuck she says. She says, in my opinion, this is her opinion, y'all. Ring by Spring isn't romantic. It's an accumulation of familial pressure. So she's blaming families. I want to know how many of her friends she interviewed that said, I don't like this Ring by Spring shit. Religious obligation, campus tradition, and a desire to moor yourself in the vast, uncertain ocean of postgraduate life. She's really writing this up. But what did I say? Just because you're articulate doesn't mean you're sharp. You're a glorified, but I like to keep it simple. You sound like a glorified hater. Did you not have a guy that was interested in you enough to propose? Did you turn down a proposal because of these reasons that you said? Because this is all your opinion. Or was anybody not looking at you? I'll find out because I'm going to try and Google this woman. And by this, I don't mean to dunk on your engagement or your happy relationship. If you're deeply in love, more power to you. She sounds miserable. Instead, I mean, we should abolish the notion that you should have to get engaged before graduate college. She wants to get rid of that. Tell that to all the women that are happily married. Now, listen, there could be I don't know anything about this Notre Dame tradition. Some of them probably got divorced in maybe 2 or 5 years. I don't know. I don't know what the stats are on this. But she sounds like a goddamn hater. The women who attended Notre Dame are whip smart, and they didn't come here with the intention of getting their MRS degree, even if they stumbled upon love along the way. Either way, you shouldn't have to live your life according to anybody else's timeline. All these women complaining. You're complaining. Show me the stats. Show me the facts, data, and statistics of the women that are saying, look, I don't want to do this. Is there a number? Is it 50%, 20%, 5%, 80%? Show me the number. Conduct your interviews. Don't stop here at this stupid ass article because this is ridiculous. So if you catch sight of something shiny, glimmering on my left hand next spring, she's a student. She just told us right here. It won't be as outwardly exciting as an engagement ring. Instead, I'll be wearing my class ring. And there's absolutely no shame in that at all. Ain't no one shaming your education, stupid. This is ridiculous. Listen, ladies. You can listen to this woman, or you can get hitched as you graduate because you know the direction. You pretty much have an idea or know the direction that your boyfriend that met you in college and respected you and loved you enough to get on one knee and say, will you marry me? You know where he's going. You know how brothers say, oh man, I want her with me. I want her with me when I don't want her waiting for me at the finish line, but she was with me from when I was a broke college student. She was with me from the beginning. Like LeBron James' wife, she was with him since what, high school? Claire Lyons is a senior at Notre Dame from Fort Worth, Texas, studying English and political science. Let me go to Google. I need a picture of her. Claire Lyons, Notre Dame. Of course. Rod Neal, let's get rid of the ring by spring, but let's keep baby mama by fall.
Whoa! What the That's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, Froggy when he courting, he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courting, he did ride Crambo.
What?
This is her, y'all. There you go. All of a sudden, everything makes sense.
Whoa! What the That's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, Froggy when he courting, he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courting, he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courting, he did ride a sword and a pick and a revolver by his side. Crambo killed That's the hard part right in there, and then nephew. Crambo killed a la flop a doodle yellow bug, too long did he cover up top bottom of Crambo. Aliole.
What the fuck?
There you go. There you go. Shorty could write her ass off, can't she? She could write her ass off, right? An articulate fool. All of a sudden, that article makes sense. Where are your articles about you getting your education and your college ring? But where are your articles about the women that have taken the shortcut and decided to go the route of OnlyFans for that quick dollar, and they justify their moves by breaking the man glass? I'm here because I'm by myself. I ain't got no man. Because that nigga ain't shit. Or that man ain't worth it. Where's your articles on that? I'm pro-family. Put the black thing aside. I'm pro-American family. We're failing, y'all. Men are scared to get married nowadays. But from what I've seen, black men want marriage. But if we want marriage and American women are who they are, they're up in the air exploring their options. They have every right to do so. I got chicks talking about right now on Instagram, oh, well, they're going to other countries and getting robbed. Yo, newsflash. Where were your articles and where was your critique when you found out, when we broke the news, that for decades, white women been going to Africa and Jamaica and getting their backs torn out. And the black women have been doing that for about a decade or more too. Come to find out. The thing is, they out there looking to get smashed. Men are out there, passport bros are out there at least looking for modern women. I'm not modern women, I'm sorry. Traditional women. Modern women are a nightmare. Traditional women. Oh, they're just looking for cheap sex. There is a difference between a passport bro and a nigga on vacation. There's a difference. Dudes been going to DR to get their smash on for years. That's not a passport bro. Passport bros are fed up with the dating scene over here and they're looking for traditional women elsewhere. What about the passport women going to Africa and literally getting their heads cut off for bringing that black woman nonsense down there? Do y'all know about that? Did y'all read about that? I couldn't believe it. They went to Africa. Where were they at? What country they were in Africa? They got some real estate and they mouthed off, or what, I don't know what they did, but whatever happened to them got justified because the dudes ain't in jail. I heard somebody offed her and he's living in the property now. Y'all don't want to talk about that? Y'all notice I ain't speak on that, right? I said, that is a damn shame. I wonder what the hell happened. And then I found out that this has been happening. Oh, passport bros could do that. Watch this. I'm going to go to the country too. This is what y'all get for trying to follow what we do. Y'all are not us. Always trying to invade what we do. Being nosy. It's like that at the gentleman's club. I'll never forget in the 90s, I'm sitting down, me and my boys went up in there and we're looking at a table of women, right? And we're like, they ain't gay. And I see them just sitting around looking around and I'm like, I said, hold on, is this ladies' night or something? No. It's like, what are they doing here? They eating the wings and I'm like, they just hanging out. Huh? Now, it's normal when you see straight women at a strip club with the men. It's normal. They're there to eat the food and mind our business. That's what they're there to do. To see, because you know why? For years, they had a preconceived notion. Whenever a man said, hey, lady, mom, I'm going to the strip club with my boys. Oh, what the fuck you doing? They thought that we was going up in there and there was full-blown orgies and everything. It was nothing like that. Some of these places, you can't even touch the girls, man. What are you talking about? It was not like that. That was the least place you would go to get something popping. The least place. You can't keep them out, so they pay to get in like everybody else, and they just casing the joint. Now it's normalized. Invading male spaces. I heard in some spots they sitting in the barbershop. Just, okay, you take your son to get his hair cut, then the son sit down and he's on his phone, and she just hanging around looking at the barbershop to see what we talking about. Bitch, take your son and go home, you single mom. Go somewhere. Invading our space. And still getting the information fucked up. Y'all can't do what we do. Y'all tried it. Now chicks is down in Africa getting offed. That was heartbreaking. I don't even know what the hell happened. Something happened. So when you want to talk about, what we do, y'all, you could do what we do. Let me get this straight. Y'all want to be like the men you said you hated for decades? I don't get it. Thank you, Kane the bad guy. Gyms. That was male spaces, believe it or not. Y'all had a female gym called Lucia Roberts, but you can't keep gyms are it's for everybody. Gyms are for everybody. And now they're in there TikToking it up. And salute to my sisters that just want to record them with their progress, literally doing pull-ups. I just saw one of my homegirls today. She legitimately does her pull-ups. She was on a weight loss journey, and she's a corrections officer. So she not in there twerking and dancing, and she's in there working out. Salute to her. But then you got other chicks putting their leg behind their head and shimmying, and that's not an exercise. What are you doing? And then when you walk up to the, you hot. You did the leg extensions, you did your squats, and now you want to do some leg press. You walk up to her and be like, you got a lot of sets left, or, oh my God, don't talk to me. What? You've been here for 20 fucking minutes, setting up your phone, poking your butt out. Then you pick it up and you try and edit the video. I'm trying to work here, bitch. Get the fuck off the leg press. That's why a lot of these chicks been getting thrown out of gyms for shit like that. Good. You want to hit a lick? Watch this. If y'all got money, if I had the bread, I would open up a gym specifically for women to do exactly that. And I would hire a film crew. See that guy right there? Oh, no. It'll be an all-women cast. I don't want dudes in there. She's here to hold your phone for you. How about that? I have state-of-the-art machines. I'll have perfect lighting. It'll be your own personal cameraman, and you'll have to pay for that. I shouldn't have put that out there because somebody's going to do it now. And I'll open up a chain of them around the world. Y'all don't want to get thrown out of this gym? Fine. We got people that'll hold your phone, hold the lighting, and make your shit look like a... Matter of fact, you can upload it, and I'll have people on... I have nerds on deck that'll edit your video right there for you to upload on your social media. How about that? So you ain't got to worry about people asking you to move on the machine. How about that? It'll be exclusive to women. How about that? I'll one-up it. It'll be exclusive to men and women who specifically want to do gym videos like that. How about that? Because outside of that, y'all chicks are in the way. But anyway, I don't want to get off topic. This is the woman, Claire Lyons. Now all of a sudden, this makes sense. Now all of a sudden, this makes sense. What did she say? We asked Notre Dame students what they like most about the university. Here's what they said.
This is Observer on the Quad. What is your favorite thing about Notre Dame?
My favorite thing about Notre Dame is definitely the Catholic community I found here. It's a really special place.
The thing about Notre Dame's gotta be people. Great people here.
I think my favorite thing about Notre Dame is really the fact that you can just make it your own. There's something here for everybody.
Honestly, the people. I've met a lot of great people here.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing, just the people. There's some really smart, some really interesting people here, and I've made some really great friends.
I love game days. Obviously not I love the academics too, but game days are the most fun thing in Notre Dame.
I love it when the weather is nice.
I definitely was drawn to the school, first of all, by the beautiful campus, but also just like how they emphasize community. And I think that's probably one of my favorite parts is just like the amazing friendships and like community that we've built here.
Yeah, I would say like similarly, I love the dorm life. I don't think there's like anything similar anywhere out there.
I came to Notre Dame not by choice, but because I'm a Quest Bridge match. And basically it's like you apply to different schools and like the school that prioritizes you matches you. So it was definitely like farther down on my list. I didn't even know the school. I was kind of upset when I got here, but when I came to the Mid-End Students Weekend, it completely changed my perspective of the school, and I love it so much now. So yeah.
Excellent. At any point, did anybody complain about Ring by Spring? Main biker salute. He said Lucille Robinson, WNBA both lack women's support. Exactly. All this complaining that these women doing and the athletes saying we need to be making LeBron James money. Bet I would love for y'all to be making LeBron James money. But here's the thing. LeBron James' salary alone can carry the WNBA. Why is that? Why? Because y'all don't go out and play. Y'all don't go out and support yourselves. Now, for every woman on this planet, for every man on this planet, there's 8 women. You mean to tell me y'all sisters, the womanhood can't fill up a WNBA arena? Even if y'all not going, y'all can't buy season tickets just to fill it up? Y'all make money, right? Y'all can't buy 2 seats? Man, let's get real. Y'all don't watch basketball unless it's men playing. Who are we kidding? I know it's our fault. Y'all just supposed to get, look, WNBA is welfare, y'all. That's what it is. It's existing because somebody's paying for it. They're in the red. I remember when it first started. Y'all remember, we got next. I said, oh, it's a good thing. And I sat through a couple of games and it was slow motion for me. I tried to support it, but it's boring as hell. And you know what's sad? There's something called the Y'all saw that league online where it's the bubble butt chicks running around with boy shorts playing ball? They have no skills whatsoever. But why do you think that's getting more views in the WNBA game? Where's the WNBA women pointing that out? Like, yo, those girls are just selling sex. We're actual athletes. And they'd be right in saying that. But you know what those chicks will say? Don't be mad because we getting all the looks and y'all not. Don't get mad because we making more money than y'all. No, but go ahead and blame the men for not coming out to support y'all. And guess what? The NBA has been supporting the WNBA. Man, come on, man. Come on. Stop. Mansa Musa, my brother, salute. So as you can see, the woman that wrote that Ring by Spring that has a problem with it, I'm willing to bet, has no prospects. And listen, I was kind of rough on her, but let me explain something to you, because she's a kid. She's a kid. But let me be very clear why this is enraging. She's a part of this woke movement, and she sees a problem with it because she's not participating in it because no one has prospected her. I'm willing to bet she might have been out on dates a few times. Some dudes probably tried to use, listen, y'all know what I'm talking about. Some dudes probably tried to push up on her and use her as the practice chick. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say that. She probably went out on a couple of dates and maybe she didn't like it. Maybe the dude didn't like her. Well, you know, I'm trying to get some top. I don't give top. Okay, well, I'm going to put my top down on this convertible and you're going to get out. And I'm not even going to open the door. You're going to have to hop out. Dukes of Hazzard style. I don't know. I don't know this young lady. But I will say this. I couldn't have envisioned anybody any different who wrote that article. Everything made sense. Everything made sense, y'all. It all made sense. And hold on. It all made sense, y'all. It all made sense, and I'm actually happy you can actually track her down. Now, I'm not gonna OD and be like, yo, she ugly. I'm not gonna roast her. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna attack her. That I'm not gonna do. What the fuck? Dogs. All right. I'm not gonna, listen, I'm not gonna drag her. I'm just saying it makes sense. The kid that takes his ball and go home is a kid that lost the game. The kid that had the best basketball on the block, when he came and we went to run a long one, meaning we went to play a full court game of basketball, if we didn't pick him to play, he was taking his ball and going home. How you he bring the ball out and you choosing teams and you don't pick him? He's like, nah, y'all not playing. I came out to play. So she sounds like a hater. She wrote a whole article about this being a bad tradition. I want to know the percentage of women that graduated, got married, right? And in 2 to 5 years, they're saying this was a mistake. And I'm sure there are a few. But I want to know, is that the majority or the minority? Because right now, she sounds like a hater. And I'm just saying, looking at her appearance, it makes sense. Ain't nobody checking for her. And I'm just keeping it a buck. If I were to interview her, I would ask her, do you have any prospects? You talking about I'm getting a ring. This was last year, right? You talking about you getting a ring and it's going to be a graduation ring. I'm proud of you. You look sharp. You can write. But why does Ring by Spring bother you? Were there women talking to you that you interviewed? Did you ask about that? Do they feel pressured? Everything you explained. Because what I read was, you said, in my opinion, probably, might. Those are words that I read, y'all. Don't let the fitted cap and tank top fool you. I know bullshit when I read it, when I hear it, when I smell it. I know bullshit. This was all her opinion. She even said it, in my opinion. Of course you would say that. You've been at Notre Dame for what, 4 years? How many boyfriends you had? Is anybody courting you? Look, and I'm not saying it's impossible, but is anybody courting you? Don't look likely. Tell me that somebody courted you and you shot them down. Then tell me why you shot them down. You wasn't ready? Why? What was his major? She said, this woman right here can't even decide what her major is. So how's she going to decide whether she wants to marry somebody? Young lady, that is you. But what are you basing anything that you heard in the article, y'all? Was she basing her opinion off of a list of interviews that she's done? It didn't say that. Did I miss that? Is she basing her opinion off of, did she say at any point in that article, upon interviewing and speaking to dozens or 24, or over the last 3 years, about 100 female students, I found that this amount of women don't like that idea and they feel pressured by family or school tradition that they need to do that? Did I miss that part? No, she's looking at every graduating class for God knows how long and just saying, no, this ain't right. They shouldn't be forcing us to do that. These women aren't forced to do anything. They do it because they want to do it, especially now. This era of kids, they're not influenced by anything unless it's anti-establishment. Tell me I'm lying. It's anti-establishment. If mama and dad say you should get married, if you see value in that and you was raised correct, you say, oh, well, that's the way to do because my parents and grandparents did it. All this baby mama and shit out of wedlock, that's not what we do here. You notice how many black people she spoke to on Notre Dame? I rest my case. Because while that tradition is strong, where's her articles about, I don't want anybody from my class in this school of strong Catholic values doing OnlyFans and twerking when they graduate? How do you prohibit that? You instill strong family values. You encourage ring by spring. You stay off the pole. You're 22 and you can't make a decision, young lady? That's you. Sounds like you can't make a decision because you're distracted at the fact that no man probably even tried to court you. This is just my opinion, young lady. I'm just suspecting, probably, might, maybe. I don't know you, young lady, but I know this is an awful message that you're trying to send. You're part of this woke culture. Picasso, what up? You see what's going on. Where are your articles standing against this bad behavior that's affected American women of all races, cultures, and creeds at some point? Where's your anti-twerking article? No twerking in Notre Dame. It's beneath us. Family values. So because you can't decide what your major is or what you want to do, by the way, I don't think no woman should be forced to be married. Who the fuck is forcing these women? Who'd you speak to? Because if you did some research, you'd have put it in the article. And it's on here for the internet to read. And I call bullshit on it. That's my topic. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, Zelda, Cash App, the Super Chat, man. Go watch the Elijah Pierce fight. That kid grew up in that ring tonight, man. And we'll be back Monday. Go follow everybody that does content that we consider family. And y'all make sure y'all take it gently, man. And let me say this on the way out, man. Always remain focused. There's a lot of evil in this world. A whole lot of evil. But remember what Bob Marley said? Evil doesn't take a day off, so why should I? Y'all know why I post jump rope videos? You know why I post a 30 for 30 videos, push-ups? You know why I do that? Because no matter what people are saying about me and what are saying about my fam, none of that shit matters. Because they can't do what I do. They can't. They're not as great as I am. They're not even good. So y'all make sure whatever your goal is, everything else is a distraction. And I ain't gonna talk your head off about that. But we rolling here, baby. Y'all like and share this video. Let's grow. Like and share the video. Drew Titan LLC, Painful Excellence Podcast, Bear Cave Entertainment. We working. Because that's what we do. Y'all stay blessed. Catch you on the rebound.